Hey, I'm Steven with Create a Great State in Grow, Missouri, and we're here today in a machine shop in North Kansas City talking to Tyler. Tyler, thanks so much for taking a break and talking to us. We sure appreciate it. So what we're doing is we're, of course, traveling around the state. A couple of your guys said they saw our skyship flying around in Kansas City the other day. But the focus of this whole thing is create a great state. So we're asking folks like yourself their ideas, their thoughts on what we need to do to make Missouri a great state, or if you think it's a great state already, what we need to do to improve it. What ideas do you have for us?
Yeah, I got you. Well, see, one of the things, there's actually a lot of things I appreciate about Missouri.
Yeah.
And so I think there's certainly some things that we can sustain and encourage our leaders to sustain in the future. So, for instance, when I go to the voting poll, when I look at candidates, look for the guys that really seem to support freedom the most. So what candidates ensure our individual rights? Gun ownership is a big issue in Missouri. Been pretty gun friendly over the recent years, and we're heading in a good direction. So I'd like to encourage our leaders to continue leading us in that direction.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, we just voted this week, a few days ago. And so for someone like yourself, you're saying when you go in the voting booth and you're checking a name or whatever the case might be, you're thinking, those are things that are kind of ringing around in your head when you were in the voting booth this past Tuesday. Anything else?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else? I know you just had, congratulations, you have a newborn son, just arrived within the last week or two.
A
couple weeks ago. And so you're thinking a little down the road for him about some of these freedom issues.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the topic of family, one thing that's important to me is safety. Obviously, how can I keep my family safe and ensure that they have a safe future physically? One of the things that's been on my mind lately has been, in Missouri, especially in Missouri, in light of events with issues of the police force and people protesting and those things kind of being in the news. One of the things that I've struggled with is it seems that from the media and from some of our politicians and leaders, there could be a lack of support for our police officers sometimes. So I think in Missouri specifically, we ask our police officers to do a very difficult job and to often go in harm's way to protect us. And at the same time that we're asking them to do those difficult things, we're also talking about demilitarization and taking away tools and safety equipment that they need to keep themselves safe in those situations. So I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. We either need to enable them to do the job we're asking them to do, or we need to ask them to do a different job. So that's been important to me recently. I think we need to do a better job at supporting those that go in harm's way on our behalf.
So basically just do anything we can to keep Missouri free, keep Missouri safe, and equip our law enforcement officers to do their job and do it well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Great ideas, Tyler. Thank you so
Thanks,
much
Steve.
for sharing. We know you got to get back to work, so
All right.
thanks.